Hi, everyone. So, Mercury is going into Leo. And when that happens, it's a perfect opportunity to really speak up for ourselves, to speak confidently, maybe to speak things that we want into existence. So, I'm really excited to see the energies that want to talk to us today about Mercury going into Leo. So I'm starting with an ancestor message, and we pulled truths. So there may be someone that you need to speak up to in order to make a truce with someone. Maybe you've been arguing with someone. Maybe someone's been argumentative, but this is now a time perhaps for you to speak up for yourself. So let's see what else wants to come out with the tarot and what the tarot wants to tell us. But I really do love when Mercury moves into Leo, because it's really beneficial for our throat chakra, and anything that we've been holding back tends to come out when Mercury is in Leo. So let's see. So there's the Chariot, Four of Swords, Eight of Wands, Knight of Swords. Underneath, Two of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, the Moon, and the Sun. Underneath everything is the Fool. So I really like to see this Fool underneath everything, because what this is telling me is if you feel like you have failed at something, you're allowed to fail. That's what this is telling me, that you can learn from your failures and start all over again, start fresh. And that's what this Fool is representing, a fresh start. It could be because you deem yourself a failure, but trust me when I say that failure is necessary in order to advance ourselves, all of us. So let's see what else this wants to tell us with Mercury going into Leo. The Sun is here. That is the energy of Leo. So we are seeing that in our potential final outcome, but let's go through this column by column as I usually like to do. So we do have the word truce, and we have this Two of Swords. So these are giving similar energies in the sense that you may just have agreed to disagree with someone, but you may be feeling like you would rather speak up about it rather than just pretend like it doesn't exist. This Two of Swords is telling me that you're a bit fragmented in your thinking, and that you're at least a bit fragmented in the way you're approaching this situation, that maybe you want to tell the truth, maybe you want to speak up about a situation, but you're holding yourself back for fear that it might start something. But you are being asked to focus on moving something forward, and the Fool is telling me the exact same thing, that you might need a little bit of organization or structure or discipline with the Chariot in order to move this forward. But we have two sevens, and the sevens are about inward reflection and discipline. And so I do feel like you are being asked to move something forward, but perhaps the timing just wasn't right with the Seven of Pentacles. But it feels like this now is the moment with Mercury moving into Leo. This is the perfect moment to move this forward. So if there is something you've been wanting to speak up about, but you feel like it would fail or it would start an argument or rock the boat, this is saying now is the perfect time to do that. Your challenge is going to be that you're not going to want to do that. With the Four of Swords and the Two of Swords are giving me similar energies where you're almost resisting standing up for yourself or speaking your truth. And you can do that in a respectable way, even if it bothers other people or triggers other people, or other people have attachments to different opinions. This is really saying that your challenge is going to be in really speaking up for what matters to you with this Nine of Cups. That there's something that needs to be talked about, talking more, I think, is going to fulfill you. And I feel like you know that deep down, but you're holding yourself back for fear of failure or rocking the boat or upsetting someone. There's a strong message coming through. This Eight of Wands can really very much be about communication, or at least moving the energy forward, which is exactly what the Chariot and the Fool are telling me. But you can start by imagining facing your fears, right? So the Eight of Wands and the Moon are about headed towards your fears. And we said your thinking could be a bit fragmented. So this is about pulling all aspects of yourself. It's about reaching through that fear and pulling it towards you. But I do think that you can just imagine to yourself, think about what it would be like to face your fears. Think about what it would be like to speak up for yourself. Go there first. And that it might not be as bad as you think, because the moon often distorts our way of thinking. So with the moon energy, it could really jumble our thoughts, where we could make a really good situation in our mind, we can make it out to be really bad, or we could take a really bad situation and in our mind make it out to be something really good. So I think in this case, I feel like you should visualize speaking up for yourself, whatever this is for you, whatever you're meant to speak up about with this Mercury and Leo energy. Picture it first, imagine it first, think about what it looks like, practice saying what you want to say to this person. Practice, because I feel like the outcome of this situation is, I couldn't have drawn better cards, because the Knight of Swords is the truth teller. The Knight of Swords is the person who speaks the truth all the time. The Knight of Swords holds that sword of truth in front of them and goes after it. So this is you speaking up for your truth. This is you speaking up for yourself. And this is almost like indulging in the truth and saying, you know what, I'm not standing for this anymore. I'm not going to bite my tongue anymore just because I don't want to fight. I have to speak up for myself, and the time is now. And with the Sun card being here in the potential final outcome, this is so much optimism. It's like whatever you're making out to be that's going to be so bad if you speak up for yourself, it's not even the outcome. The actual outcome is something really good. Speaking up for yourself will always bring you good things. Even if it doesn't come from whatever this situation is, it's certainly going to come from the universe and within the form of rewards, because you spoke up for yourself. And this is the perfect environment to do that with Mercury in Leo. So let's get a few more tarot cards to clarify. So the Chariot and the Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Three of Wands. So this is saying the time for waiting is over. The Three of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles are all about things that are developing and opportunities. But when they come in with the Chariot, it's saying the opportunity is now. Seize the moment now. The waiting period is over. It's time now to speak up for yourself. The Four of Swords and the Nine of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to flip her over, I think. So the Queen of Pentacles is a very practical person. And so this is really saying to you, feel like the practical thing is to distance yourself from this. Two of Swords, Four of Swords, don't speak up for yourself. Just put it to bed, ignore it, bury it under the carpet, whatever that is for you. The Queen of Pentacles side of you is really saying, don't rock the boat, make sure there's a truce, make sure everybody gets along, making sure we're making peace. But this is saying, but that's not what's going to give you the fulfillment that you need in this situation. Be the Knight of Swords. The Eight of Wands and the Moon are clarified by the Three of Swords. This is you holding yourself back out of fear. You think that this is going to hurt. This is going to upset the apple cart. It's going to rock the boat, whatever saying you want to say. But you're saying, I'm not going to do anything because it's going to cause too much of an upheaval if I do this. But this is saying, but a lot of that is coming from your own thinking mind, that you're making it more of an illusion than it has to be. You're making it worse than it could potentially be. By not speaking up is making it worse in your mind than speaking up and seeing the good that can come out of it. The Knight of Swords and the Sun are clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. This is about endurance. The Knight of Pentacles doesn't stop until they get the results that they want, until they produce the things that they want. The Knight of Pentacles keeps going. And that's what this is saying. With these two knights, it's saying do the right thing, speak up for yourself, tell the truth, and you will see the blessings and the rewards that come from this if you do. So there you go. For those of you who have been wanting to speak up for something or for yourself or stand up for something, this Mercury in Leo could not be a better time for you to do that. And the cards have just supported that. So please let me know how this was resonant for you. Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.